Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and streaming on YouTube.
It is the Morning Sports Desk on a Friday, the 4th of April. I'm CJ Baumgartner. That's Corey Tackman. Corey, before we get into talking about our bracket mayhem madness brought to you by the VFW in Wadena, and then we're going to do a grid. We're going to do a little nickname day today as well on this Friday. But why don't we just get our sponsor out of the way early? Let's talk about the good folks at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
There's not much else to say other than if you like really good food and you like to have a great time, the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade is waiting for you. If you are the type of person like I am, if you can relate to having a family, having kids, having a place where sometimes you just look around and you're like, I don't want to do the dishes. We need to do the dishes. And you look around and you're just like, I can't do it. I don't want to prepare anything. I don't want to get anything ready. Kids are they're just, you're just kind of done with it. That's what the Pizza Ranch is waiting for you, is waiting for. They're waiting for you to show up, let them do all the cooking for you, let them prepare and clean up and take advantage of the buffet with the Pizza Ranch. And then you get, boy, calling it an added bonus is an understatement, but you got the FunZone Arcade right there. You can eat, and then you can say, get out of here, go play, go have a fun time. Don't get in anybody's way. Don't get in any trouble. And now you get the FunZone Arcade to entertain. So now you've got your entertainment and your meal all taken care of in one convenient location. Boy, that sounded official, didn't it? Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Make it a buffet day, buffet your way with the Pizza Ranch, and then play some sweet, sick games. The FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
I was talking with Zach at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade the other day, and as you can see in this picture here, which is why you should watch on YouTube, there's pineapple on the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And as I was I was there the other day, and I was buffeting my way, and I was there to pick up me and my wife's pizza. She loves the chicken broccoli Alfredo, and the Wadena one is like the only place that makes chicken broccoli Alfredo.
She's right, like those, by the way.
Yes. According to Zach, he gave me some pizza facts. That is one of their number one requested pizzas.
Oh, really?
Chicken broccoli Alfredo in Wadena, like number one most requested. Outside, if you don't count like pepperoni or something like that. But
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Less pepperoni, because pepperoni is always available.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at, he was asking, the pineapple on pizza, because remember we had the debate on the show a while ago.
Yeah.
And he was kind of talking because they get obviously internal research and they get questions on that. And he said, what percentage do you think is for and against pineapple on pizza? And he said it's like 50-50.
Oh, is that right?
Like, it's 50-50. It's like a 1 to 2. There's two. I mean, let's take a survey. 1 to 2 in this room, like pineapple on pizza. No.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, see, 1 to 2. That's
I'm for it, and you're not.
Yeah, exactly. So every 1 out of 2 people likes or dislikes pineapple on pizza.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny part is, whichever side you are almost emphatic about that belief. You either like pineapple does not belong on pizza, get it away from me, or you're like, dude, I love it. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, quit being a baby, put it on the pizza. Like, you are very hot and cold on this issue. Nobody is like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I don't know. Like, you either like emphatic, I love it, put it on there, or you're like, get it away.
Can I tell you the thing that confuses me most about the conversation is does pineapple belong on pizza? It makes it seem like you could throw pineapple on whatever pizza you want. And that's certainly not the case. Like, you can't order a taco pizza and be like, put some pineapple on there. That's weird.
You could if you buffet your way, but
you could if that's the way you want to make your pizza. You could do that. But if it's like pineapple and pork that's a classic combination. That's spaghetti and meatballs. So if you put pineapple with some Canadian bacon with that ham, that's the Hawaiian style. 100%. I am totally on board with Hawaiian style pizza.
Yeah. All right, talking a little bracket madness, mayhem, Monday, Friday, Sunday, whatever you want to talk about. Final four games are on Saturday, and then all encapsulating with a championship on Monday. Corey, we only got a couple more times we can do this.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the 2025 Basketball Mayhem presented by the Wadena VFW. Elmer Goshi Post 3922. Remember how last week I said, CJ, that before last weekend's games, I said this is the weekend where brackets start to differentiate themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was certainly true for me in every worst way possible. Goodness gracious.
Same here. I thought there's no way I could do worse. And I went from like 15th to 26th. So
yeah, Auburn, I still have Auburn as my champion. So that's still in play.
I still have my championship game in play with Duke and Florida. So
huge. And I have Auburn. My champion is still alive. I only have two of the Final Four teams. I only have one of the two championship teams. I do have the champion. But so I'm out of this, but you know who it's not over for? Mike Lake, 113 points.
Good job.
Basketball Mayhem leaderboard. He's the front runner right now for that $250 grand prize from the Wadena VFW. And not only is he the front runner because he leads second place by 7 points. Nope, 5 points. There we go. It's just simple math. Second place is our very own Kyle Gilsine. He can't win anything. So he's actually 113 to 106. Cheryl Chenoweth is in third with 106 points. So the margin is even greater for Mike Lake as we head into this weekend of games. And I don't know. What do you think? It feels like it's gonna. These always come right down to it. But Mike, if you know Mike participates in all these things. That guy is Johnny on the spot when it comes to knowing sports. He's a sports knower, as they say.
He's a ball knower, as they say. Certified ball knower.
He sure is.
Got his CBK. There we go. Certified ball knower.
So he leads the way in the Basketball Mayhem, $250 grand prize up for grabs thanks to the Wadena VFW. Follow along, by the way, on all your on your brackets and everybody's brackets at WadenaRadio.com.
Yeah, you can just laugh at ours. You're like, they thought that was going to happen, huh?
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but like I don't know where I'm at because I'm out of it.
I can't see myself in the top 10 leaderboard. I don't want to know. That's the short answer.
Dang it. It's been such a long time since I've had a good bracket.
Darn it. Well, anyway. Well, there's always next year.
All right, what are we doing? What's next?
All right, well, it's time to do a little nickname game Wednesday on a Friday. So here's what we're going to do, Corey. Because it's Final Four related, I found an NBA player who is an alumni of each of... So we have 4 names today, and each of them is an alumni at one of the Final Four schools. For your information, those Final Four schools are Houston, Duke, Florida, and what's the other one? I can't remember.
Tennessee?
No, not Tennessee.
Auburn.
Yeah. You're champion. Experts here. This is why our brackets are bad. But from those 4 schools are all a part of this today.
Okay. Are you going to tell me the alma mater?
Yeah, sure, I can.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just trying to figure out what you're going to do.
It is from, we'll use it as the second hint. We'll use it as like the second hint.
How about this? Let's not do it. If I think I need it,
yes.
We'll go to that.
Yes. All right. So here we go on the nickname game.
Okay.
Here we go. Starting.
Are these current NBA players?
No.
This is all-time NBA who happen to be in from one of the Final Four schools. Okay.
Yes, I tried to keep it.
Yep.
I tried to keep it as close as I could, but not everybody has nicknames that pop up on Basketball Reference.
Yep.
Which is where I pulled the nicknames from. There is one active player in this bunch.
Interesting. Okay.
The 3 are retired.
Okay. I like it.
All right. Here we go. The Drunken Dribbler.
Oh my gosh.
Great nickname. What should we do with the Drunken Dribbler? What should we do with the Drunken Dribbler? Right? Right?
Are there other nicknames?
Greyhound.
Greyhound. That feels like maybe the most clear hint, but I don't know why. The Drunken Dribbler and Greyhound. Is there another nickname?
Nope, that's it.
The Drunken.
Over the course of his career, he's played for 7 teams in his career. He retired in 2020.
2020, a Drunken Dribbler, and what was the last one?
Greyhound.
Retired in 2020. And Dribbler, the Greyhound. All right, I'll take the alma mater.
All right, played at Florida. He was doing the Gator Chomp.
Corey Brewer.
Corey Brewer. Survey says.
That's right.
Yes.
Booyah.
I mean, Corey Brewer is the most notable Florida alum for Timberwolves fans that comes to top of mind. People still tell legends of his 50-point game.
Joakim Noah.
Yep.
Al Horford.
Just thinking of that entire team.
That's pretty much it. It was going to be, in my mind, it was going to be one of those 3 guys, but from
2011 NBA champion Corey Brewer, by the way.
Heck yeah.
He was on that Dallas Mavericks team.
Kind of an underrated in-game dunker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 for 1. He was called the Drunken Dribbler makes sense.
Uh-huh.
He was kind of a weird, it never looked in control.
Nope, never really did. He played with the Timberwolves from 2008 to 2011. He was drafted by the Wolves in the 7th overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft.
Okay.
And then played with the Wolves again in the 2014-15 season.
Okay. Nice.
Brought back in the Flip Saunders regime.
1 for 1, baby.
1 full 1. All right. Next one. Here we go. G Money.
G Money, G Money, G Money, G Money, G Money, G Money. I'm going to guess this is a Duke alum.
Could be.
I'm going to say Grant Hill.
Grant Hill. You were right on the Duke alum part, though.
Oh, nice. Good. It felt good to have a guess right out of the gate. Okay. Next, is there another nickname?
Debo. D-E-E-B-O.
G Money, Debo.
He has played for 3 teams throughout his NBA career.
So
far, he is the only active player on our list.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis went to Kentucky, didn't he?
Yep. Debo, active Duke player. G Money and
Debo.
Is there another one?
Nope.
That's it. So it's an active player from Duke. G Money and Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Debo.
Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. I'm just now. It's the pressure's on. So now I'm going. So now I'm just losing it. Debo Samuel. That's the problem, is I can't get that out of my head.
I know. I will give you this. The nickname Debo does not really make much sense.
Oh, it doesn't?
I would focus more on the first nickname than I would the second one. Thinking. I'll give you this. He's in a long line of players you love to hate from Duke.
Oh, he plays for Phoenix. Is it Phoenix or Milwaukee right now? Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen currently plays for the Phoenix Suns. He was drafted by the Utah Jazz with the 21st overall pick in 2018. He then went on to play for the Memphis Grizzlies, the Milwaukee Bucks, and now the Phoenix Suns. So That's where he stands. I worked at the TV station in Duluth. One of my camera guys was a guy who played college basketball at Augustana. His
Yep.
freshman year, they won the Division II title.
Yep.
And the thing Duke would do, told me, when you won the D2 title, Duke would play you. Like Duke would offer to host you in an exhibition. And he said right away, just to embarrass you. Like,
Yeah.
just to be like, you think you're hot stuff. He's like, I remember getting onto the floor and I was getting ready to play. And you don't think much of it, just a normal basketball game. He's like, and then I looked up for the national anthem and saw Coach K, and he's like, I can't do this. What's happening?
That's super cool, man.
That was when Grayson Allen played. So I was like, you had a chance to do the funniest thing ever, just taking out Grayson Allen in an exhibition. You'd have been America's hero.
You would have been a hero, and then
Coach K would have murdered you on the spot, but you would have been a hero.
Dead. Yep.
You would not have been allowed to leave town, but
right.
They would have held you in contempt. But it would have been funny.
Yep.
So he's like, I had to guard Grayson Allen in an exhibition.
That's cool.
That's a cool story. Guy ended up going to the NBA. So, and the other guy ended up having to be a coworker with me. So that's remember, it can get worse. That's the biggest thing to say. All right, non-active NBA player next on our list. I'm just going to give you this hint right now because I think it's gonna help.
Don't tell me the alma mater yet.
I won't tell you the alma mater. Okay. All right.
Because it's Houston and Auburn. In my head, there's only 3 people, maybe 4, that this could be.
All right. Clyde the Glide.
Well, yeah, it's Clyde Drexler from Houston.
Clyde Drexler.
It could only be Clyde or Hakeem.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Hakeem went to Houston too, did he not?
I believe he did, yes.
Houston guy, and then Clyde went to Portland, but then he played at Houston also in his pro career. By the way, there's only one Auburn guy, and I don't think it's Bo Jackson or Frank Thomas. You want me to just guess the last name right now?
You go for it.
Charles Barkley.
I knew you'd go to Barkley, so I left it off my list.
No one else. I'm hosed now. Okay.
I knew Barkley would be too easy, so I figured I'd have to make it a little more challenging.
It's going to be way more challenging.
Here you go. Mitch the Stitch.
Mitch Richmond?
Went to college at Auburn, played for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the San Antonio Spurs.
What years?
He was drafted with the 15th pick in the 1978 NBA draft.
For the Cavs and the Spurs?
Yep, he was drafted by the Cavs. He played with Cleveland for the first 3.5 years of his career.
How weird is this name? How weird is this name? You know it?
Very standard.
It is?
Mitch the Stitch.
And it's not Mitch Richmond.
It is not Mitch Richmond. Don't think first name with Mitch the Stitch.
Oh, that's a good hint. So that narrows it. Then it's Sam Mitchell. Didn't play for Sam Mitchell played for the Wolves, and you didn't say the Wolves. Donovan Mitchell, NBA guy.
No, Donovan Mitchell played. Where did he play college at? Can't even remember. Doesn't matter. But yes, that is.
How many other Mitchells are there?
A lot, actually. He was a one-time All-Star.
Played for the Cavs and the Spurs.
He was an All-Star in 1980.
Sure he was.
In the 80-81 season.
For the Cavs?
Yep. Played 11 years in the NBA.
Drunas Agauskas Mitchell? No, that wasn't it. George the Iceman Gervin Mitchell?
I'll give you there's some alliteration with his first and last name.
Tony Parker Mitchell? Mitchell? Michael Mitchell? Marvin Mitchell? Matt Mitchell? Marvin Mitchell? Martin Mitchell? Mark Mitchell. Damn it.
You'd want to be like this guy.
Didn't I say Mike Mitchell?
If you did, it didn't come across. Mike Mitchell. Mitch the Stitch.
Never heard of him in my life.
Nope. But he played.
God.
I knew Barkley would be too easy. And I'm like, surely there's somebody else who's easier. And no, there's not.
They're not even like.
There's not a ton of even current.
No. And Auburn's had nice teams over the last, handful since Bruce Pearl got there, basically. But
they're no strangers to the Final Four.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shout out Mr. Mitchell.
Some were easier than others. All right, let's wrap up today's show, Corey, by doing a little Immaculate Grid. While I'm pulling it up, why don't you explain to the good folks at home what an Immaculate Grid is?
Yeah, an Immaculate Grid, the baseball version anyway, is categories of baseball. And it looks like a tic-tac-toe board. You put 3 categories across the top, 3 down the side, and you just try to find the player that overlaps at each intersection. Of course, you try to go for an Immaculate score, which is the lowest score. The rarer the player that you name, the better. The better your score is going to be. CJ and I, if we can, we will take a rarity score, but also we're going to take every layup that we could possibly ever think of. I see one that's screaming my name right out of the gate here with this Immaculate Grid, but that is the general way how to play. So we've got Houston across the top, 2,000 plus career strikeouts pitching, and then played third base for a minimum of 1 game. And then down the side, we have the Orioles, the Twins, and the Gigantes from San Francisco.
All right, here we go with this. It's an older grid, but it has the Twins on it, so I figured that would help us out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Corey, you mentioned a layup in your head. What are you thinking?
Marwin Gonzalez.
Ooh, I was thinking Jason Castro, but I like Marwin. I liked watching Marwin play more.
I mean, because everyone's picking Carlos.
Everyone's picking Carlos Correa. That's one that certainly jumps out.
Ryan Presley would have been a good one.
Ryan Presley would have been another nice one, yeah.
Ryan Presley's so annoying. Why were you so bad for the Twins, and then you go to Houston and you're immediately awesome?
It's almost like the Astros had a pitching development system that was set up by the time that he got over to the Twins.
Does Marwin play for the Yankees now?
He's retired now. He played for the Yankees for a little bit, then went back to Houston. I believe he's retired.
I liked Marwin.
He was a nice player. He's what Willie Castro is a little bit more of the higher end, but he was a more proven player when the Twins got him. It's like that guy can just play anywhere. He can't play any of them particularly well, but he can play them.
Yeah.
He can just fill in. Does Rocco need a guy to play third base today? He can play third. Tomorrow, left field, Marwin. Second base, Marwin.
Yeah, he's a bad Willie Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we just hammer out some of this Twin stuff right now. Get it over.
2,000 plus career strikeouts. I believe Johan got to 2,000 career, but I know there's Blyleven, Jim Cott's probably on that list. Who do we want to go with?
I mean, to me, the answer is Johan. Brad Radke might even be up there to be on. No, probably not. Brad Radke probably not. This list might actually not be. I mean, could you even go back to like?
Could you go to Senators days and go to like Walter Johnson?
Because that's definitely correct.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing you could.
I would.
I mean, Johan definitely got there.
Then let's just do Johan and move on with our lives. This better be right.
No. What? Johan? Are you kidding me?
All right.
Well, now
he had a weird career, man. That's disappointing. That's
half of his career was first ballot Hall of Famer, and the second half torpedoed the first half. He finished his career. Now I'm looking this up. He finished his career with 1,988 career strikeouts.
Son of a biscuit.
Okay, well,
he was literally like peak Johan. He was 1 game away from 2,000 strikeouts.
All right, Bert. Now
okay. Shout out Bert.
Played 1 game at third base. Joe Creedy.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
Great.
He had one game-winning grand slam against the Tigers. We'll always remember.
I like Joe. I got nothing against Joe.
Even though he played for the Sox and the Tigers.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He was. I mean, it's not. He was not like. He was like a.
He never was a thorn in the side.
No,
he's just a guy.
He was a perfect fit for some of those really good White Sox teams. Matched into their order perfectly.
San Francisco Giant, Houston Astro. I don't think Carlos Correa counts for this one.
No, probably not. Yeah, that's much harder all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter Pence.
No, I mean, but probably
Hunter Pence played for both of them.
Okay, then that's fine because otherwise the answer is Justin Verlander.
Oh yeah, duh. More people are going to guess Verlander though.
Correct.
So I'm going to go Hunter Pence. 22%. That's still a pretty high number.
Everyone else is like, everyone's picking Justin Verlander, so I'm going to pick Hunter Pence.
Somebody's actually probably picking like some random reliever.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Made like a spot start for Houston.
Yeah.
And then just got on there. You know who we could have did for Twin Astro? We could have did Dallas Keuchel.
That would have been a good one.
Been another good one, but we like Marwin.
Yes.
San Francisco Giants pitcher with 2,000 plus career strikeouts.
I would go.
I mean, Verlander is in play.
Oh yeah, good point. Do we take the layup there? Because otherwise, I was thinking, like, remember the big three? They had Zito, Hudson.
Yep.
Well, I guess those were in Oakland.
Yeah, but I know Zito they all played for San Francisco at some point.
Did Hudson play for San Francisco?
I want to say he did.
I know he went to Atlanta.
I want to say he finished, like him and Zito both, like the end of their careers were with the Giants. I want to say.
I would put Justin Verlander then.
Here we go. Has Verlander pitched for the Giants yet?
I mean, we're 6 games into the season. Is he healthy?
I don't know. You think we would have heard something about it, though?
But he's on the roster and the season has started. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Let's not think too hard about this. Just
it's got to be. But then I'm interested in figuring out where Tim Hudson's played.
10% of people had Verlander. Look at how old he looks in this one.
So old. Will you look up?
On it. I got
Tim Hudson and Barry Zito. I want to see both of theirs.
Tim Hudson played for the Giants in 14 and 15, the final 2 years of his career.
Okay.
And
how many strikeouts?
2,080.
Nice.
Just got there.
I think he's going to be higher than Zito. I don't know that Zito probably got there.
Barry Zito played with the Giants from 07 to 13.
Okay.
He finished his career with 1,885 career strikeouts.
All right, let's do the other one. Let's do Mulder. Let's do Mark Mulder.
Let's see.
Because he was Oakland, and then I know with St. Louis, he didn't go to the Giants too, did he?
Nope. He played on the 2000 to 04 A's and then went to the Cardinals from 05 to 08. He didn't play for another team.
Okay. He was awesome. He probably had the most strikeouts of all of them, would be my guess.
Mulder finished with 834 career strikeouts because he only pitched in 9 seasons.
Wow, that's surprising.
He had 153 strikeouts in 01, 159, which was a career high in 02.
Okay, interesting.
That didn't make it into the Moneyball movie, though.
Sure, right, exactly. Okay, cool. Well, good job on us. Played third base for 1 game for San Francisco.
Again, Carlos Correa. Is that ringing any bells for anybody? Who is the third baseman on all those good World Series teams?
Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo, yeah. I mean, that's the back pocket.
One I can think of.
Pablo, the Panda, as they called him.
Yep.
Don't talk about his time in Boston.
Right, exactly.
28% guessed.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Not surprising. We have 2 guesses left to try and go across the board. There's an Oriole Astro, an Oriole with 2,000 plus career strikeouts, and an Oriole who played 1 game at third base.
Okay.
Danny Valencia.
There we go. I mean, could you put him for the did he play for the Astros too at all?
I don't think so. I think he went to the Red Sox.
Okay.
And I think that was it.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do Danny Valencia. He's our fun guess for everything.
Oh, he played for Oakland. That's not surprising. 0.3% guess Danny Valencia.
I mean, do you just take the layup for Jim Palmer, or do we try to guess the Houston-Baltimore crossover?
Well, we're already not getting an Immaculate, so it's not like we need to save anything. So I think
let's think on, because we just put Jim Palmer, we just notch him in for the pitcher.
Yep.
All right, so let's
not minds. He's there.
We know that's correct. Let's take a minor victory. We know that one's correct. Let's see if we can find a Houston, an Astro-Oriole crossover.
Yeah, and it's tough because for a lot of my life, the Astros were a National League team, so like there just wasn't a ton of crossover with the Twins. And then since the Astros got to the AL, they've been good, generally speaking, and the Orioles have been bad, generally speaking.
Right.
Like, you'd think that there would have been like a player traded onto that team or something, like a guy traded from Baltimore to Houston, but
do you think Rafael Palmeiro ever played for Houston? He played for Texas. He played for the Rangers and the Orioles.
It's a good question.
This is another guy who I think was in Oakland, but Miguel Tejada, did he go to Houston ever?
Did Brad Lidge? No, he never pitched for Baltimore. That's the thing. Baltimore is also an organization that's been kind of tightwads throughout their life. So it's hard to tell.
Right.
So like they're just not a team that goes and spends money. Or like they just don't have a ton of players come through their team.
JJ Hardy go to Houston?
Oh, good question. Well, he went to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee was in the NL Central at the same time. The
Milwaukee, Baltimore. Did he play Houston ever?
That's a good question.
How about Scott Erickson? He played for the Twins, and then Baltimore. Did he go to? Do you think he ended up in Houston? How about Andy McPhail? Did he? How about
Presley got traded to the Cubs? So
how about Nolan Ryan? Did Nolan Ryan ever play for Baltimore?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't think so.
Probably not. He kind of made his way westward a lot.
Yep. Huh. Brian Roberts. Remember Brian Roberts? Do you think he did?
How about Brian Reynolds? Or Ryan Reynolds? Not the actor, but the other guy.
I don't know who that is.
Brian Reynolds.
Didn't Robbie Alomar play for Baltimore? Did Robbie Alomar play for Houston ever?
That's a good question.
This is hard.
This is really hard. It's going to be just some player screaming us in the face.
Well, I just can't think of any stupid pitchers.
Did Brian McCann? I know he played for the Astros. Did he ever play for the? That was James McCann. I'm thinking of.
How about the Moose, Mike Mussina? Did he go to Houston after his Yankee days?
No, I think he retired right from being a Yankee because his last year was 2008. So, and that was with the Yankees. Altuve's still there. Springer's in Toronto. Darn it. This is really annoying. Mark Trumbo never played for he played for the Angels, not for the Astros. This is really hard.
Really hard. How about the one catcher that was coming up around Mauer's time? Wieters. Did he go to Houston? Did he end somewhere that wasn't Baltimore?
He was in Oakland for sure, and he was in.
We've just named 1,000 athletics today.
Mm-hmm. No, I think Wieters actually. Well, maybe he was in Oakland, but I know for sure he played in both teams in the Maryland area because he played for the Nationals.
How about something dumb? Did like Craig Biggio end his career with Baltimore?
Probably.
Gosh dang it. How about LaTroy Hawkins?
LaTroy is always a good guess.
LaTroy played for one of those teams, did he not?
LaTroy played for Toronto, played for the Rangers, he played for the Twins, he played for... I mean, LaTroy has just been...
He's been pretty much everywhere.
He's Johnny Cash. He's been everywhere.
Yeah. Gosh dang it.
This is so annoying.
Maybe we just take our Jim Palmer and move on.
Yeah. We might have to.
Do you have an educated guess? Do you have somebody who's on like a maybe for you?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe LaTroy, just because of the fact that he's played everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just try it. Let's just give our educated guess and see if our Twins' favorite Immaculate Grid answer, LaTroy, shows up on here. Just to get a name out here. Let's see. LaTroy played from 95 to 15. Here we go. No way. Really? He did.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm looking this up. There's no way.
I mean, all you got to do is make the roster. Boy, this is...
LaTroy played for Baltimore in 2006.
Son of a biscuit, Miguel Tejada did.
And then he played for the Astros in 08 and 09.
Okay, cool, man.
Wait, Tejada did?
No, yeah, Miguel Tejada played for the Astros and Orioles.
Of course he did.
Houston for 2 seasons. Wow, I have no memory of that.
Yeah, no memory whatsoever.
Glenn Davis, Mike Cuellar, Steve Finley, and Robin Roberts.
Like the Good Morning America host?
Yep.
Oh, good. Good for her.
Aubrey Huff.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what that guy's up to right now.
Trey Mancini.
Oh, Trey Mancini, of course.
That's probably the most. Eric Bedard. That's a fun one. That one's for me.
Bedard, yeah. It's like the guy that always shows up in like your MLB The Show free agent list every offseason. You're like, oh, yeah, I could add Eric Bedard to like Platoon. Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Steve Finley, that was a name that probably should have gotten. There's LaTroy. Aubrey Huff is a fun one, like I said. Julio Lugo, that's a fun name. That would have been a good one. Mark McLemore, dang it, that would have been a fun one. That's for people my age. That was a tough one. This was we rolled through the last one. This one was hard.
This one was hard. We rolled through the first part of it pretty easy. Bang, bang, bang with the Twins. We generally did a good job with the Giants.
Except for the part where we got Johan wrong.
Johan, I will never say a bad word about Johan ever, but Johan, my guy, you got to help us out here.
12 short.
Just had to pitch in like 2 more games.
Son of a biscuit.
You would have got there.
Well, shout out LaTroy Hawkins.
Shout out LaTroy. LaTroy Hawkins is, or I should say, Evan Longoria is the anti-LaTroy Hawkins. Thank you. Like everything that is good in the world is LaTroy Hawkins. Everything that is bad is Evan Longoria. I think we've established that on this show. All right, we'll get out of here. See you Monday.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.